What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate, reverse rant, no hate. So, I just dropped some big ones for y'all, and let me drop this one. I'm not going to do, as y'all can see, I'm driving, and even if I wasn't, I'm not going to do any audios for this. I mean, I could, but it's not necessary. So, the same show I've been watching, TalkSport, the UK show. So, now, Frank Warren is starting to backbite. You see, Frank Warren, the video that I dropped early in the week, Frank Warren basically was saying that I don't like deadlines and, we understand it's a process. There's no way the fight was going to get made when Fury was saying, they have until today and all of this, right? You guys remember him saying all of that. Then he said that he was pleased with the process. Everybody was good. That's what he said. Now, he must have gotten some backlash from Tyson Fury because he said on an interview that he hadn't talked to Tyson Fury in a week and said that Tyson Fury was very disappointed that he didn't get that fight. What you mean he was very disappointed that he didn't get that fight, right? When he's the one who backed out. Anthony Joshua didn't back out. Eddie Hearn, they didn't back out. So now they went through all of that to say, to agree and have an understanding that they know that it's about the networks. It's the broadcasting situation, right? And basically now he's saying, where's the contract? It's been a week. I haven't heard from them. And well, you said you haven't heard from fucking Tyson Fury in a week, right? But Tyson Fury must have chewed his ass out because it's like, look, I'm saying one thing and you're saying something else, and everybody realizes that. So now he's trying to go hard for Tyson Fury. So when these guys on the show were saying maybe it's Matchroom because maybe the sponsors, maybe AJ has his own company that he works with, and maybe they're all saying you're a big investment and we don't want to take this risk. Well, let me debunk that bullshit. Can't be that, because see, Frank Warren understood that it was a broadcasting situation. Eddie Hearn already said he talks to George Warren every single day. Which means, okay, he's talking to a team member, a representative of them. So you think that George Warren is getting this information and keeping it to himself? So he would know what's going on. He has the so this is where the negotiations are, where even for them to say, oh, if they had it in writing and could say this is where we are. No, fuck that. Fury don't care about that. Fury's not concerned about, that would make sense if Fury was concerned about really worrying about Anthony Joshua pulling out of the fight. Okay, and he's saying he wants to know who he's fighting. Like I said, he already know who he's fighting. The guy that he already chose, Manuel Charr. Okay, but he has to make it look that way. So this is how people are trying to look at it, to try to say, well, maybe it could be this, maybe it could be that. Well, when he speaks, the logic and points that people try to make for Fury is not coming out of Fury's mouth. And we all know Fury and Frank Warren was not on the same page. They were saying completely different shit. In fact, Frank Warren co-signed that it was a broadcasting situation, and these things take time. So now all of a sudden he's in the dark. He doesn't know what's going on. Right. Nice try, Frank. And the fact that, his own family member, his own son is, in touch with Eddie Hearn on a daily. Well, tell me, do you think that George Warren has this information, but for whatever reason he's deciding to pretend he doesn't know what's going on? No, they know what it is. But now he's trying to take Tyson Fury's back because that's his guy. So when these points were coming out, whether it was me or whatever other channel may be covering this shit, and there's a lot of people, just like shows, people that have podcasts and all, I've been seeing people that are saying the same things. So now to try to save face for Tyson Fury, Fury said this and that. It shouldn't take this long. No, you just this week, just a couple of days ago was saying, oh, these things take time. You can't rush things like this, especially a fight of this magnitude. This is not Manuel Charr you're talking about. He will take whatever. And Manuel Charr had the nerve to make a little video talking about Tyson Fury. You say you want to fight me. You say my name. You're just a man. You're just like Anthony Joshua. So you fight me. You say my name. I want to fight. It's like, it's crazy. I don't even want to have to talk about this story anymore because we've talked about this enough. If the fight doesn't happen, which pretty much it doesn't like it's going to happen, so be it. It is what it is. When it was supposed to happen the first time, it didn't happen. So it is what it is. Because of Tyson Fury's bullshit, you know what should happen to Tyson Fury? Tyson Fury should take the fight with Manuel Charr, since he has no shame and he pretty much knows he can say whatever. See, the problem is you guys flood his comment sections or go on these channels talking about how Tyson Fury can beat anybody. And you know what? That's what he's glad that you guys feel that way. Because if he can beat anybody, then that means it doesn't matter who he fights. He's going to win anyway, right? He just made Dillon look like a fucking ranked amateur, so why not fight Manuel Charr? This is the type of shit that he makes himself believe. So, for that matter, for him to think, it doesn't matter who I fight. If it's Manuel Charr, if it's Derek Chisora, or any other lackluster fucking fighter, I'm the Gypsy King. I can pull that off. So, pretty much, it shows you what he thinks of you. The fact that he's willing to even fight this guy to say, his record is going to say he defended his title against Manuel Charr. What should happen to Fury is Fury should fucking like break his hand in the first fucking round, but don't quit. And like 3 or 4 rounds go by, and fucking Manuel Charr is up on the fucking scorecards because Fury can't defend himself properly, and that motherfucker lose to Manuel Charr. Just for the fucking embarrassment that it's on the record and everybody saw he lost to Manuel Charr. I don't care if his fucking, if the fact that, oh, but it was a broken, it don't matter. Broken hand or not, right? The bottom line is you fought a bum and lost. And then you'll say, damn, I should have just waited for, just patiently let the shit play out. And no, he's not going to say that. Why? Well, he might, because he's bipolar as hell to me. But he knows that from the very beginning, his agenda was different from what he's trying to present to people. That's what needs to happen to him. Just for the sake of him losing to Manuel Charr. Or he need to get diarrhea. Something need to happen to him where he just can't perform in that fight. Yeah, that'd be better than a broken hand. He got diarrhea. He got the shits. His stomach is cramping up and he can't pull out the fight. But he also can't perform. And that way, once he loses, it's like, oh shit, what the fuck? People can say something wasn't right. You could tell the way he kept hunching over. Yeah, something needs to go wrong where it doesn't go his way. For the bullshit, and this is not about, fuck Anthony Joshua. This ain't about Anthony Joshua. This ain't about, because, no, it's the principle. It's all about the principles. If Anthony Joshua was doing the same thing that Fury was doing, Aries would be saying the same shit about Anthony Joshua or any fighter. Because I'm not a fan of these motherfuckers. I'm not a fanboy. I'm too grown up for that bullshit. I don't worship and bow to no motherfucker. I don't idolize. I don't look up to no fucking body. You guys do. So you guys are the ones who get all, no, it's not about Anthony Joshua. It's the principle. Something needs to go terribly wrong. Just enough for him to fucking lose to Manuel Charr. Because I would love to see him sitting up in the press conference going, the truth is, the Gypsy King had to take a massive shit. And in the 3rd round, I almost shit my pants and I couldn't throw a punch in it. Yeah, I would love to see him try to explain that shit. He really needs something to just happen where he can't perform the way he's supposed to. That'll teach his ass a fucking lesson, because no matter what, that shit gonna be on his record. And every time he see whatever his record is and that one loss, is like, damn, I had to go take that fight. That would be a cherry pick gone wrong. Manuel fucking Charr. Y'all, like I told you, man, listen, I think Trevor, look, listen, remember when Trevor Bryant and Bermane Stiverne fought and we laughed at both of them? Like, what the fuck are they fighting for? The Chick-fil-A fucking championship? Trevor Bryant and fucking Bermane Stiverne fought for a title. So yeah, you can make title fights. You can make title fights. Who cared about that fight? Well, we sent 2 fucking bums fighting each other, right? So just think, Tyson Fury's fighting somebody that's worse than them 2, or just as bad as them 2. Even worse. If you've never seen Manuel Charr fight, just type his name and just put in Manuel Charr versus, and they'll give you some options of whoever, and just watch him fight. And you tell yourself you're okay that this is who Tyson Fury is about to fight. So yeah, You know, Frank Warren, like I said, he's not going to say anything against, like, to like expose Fury, not purposely, but you know, in his conversation, you heard him. This, you know, this is Fury. I don't like deadlines, and you know, he says things take time. It's a process. You can't just rush these things. You heard him. Now he's saying something completely different. Trust. Fury got that ass. Look, you're supposed to be on my side. What the fuck you doing talking about? Believe me. So now he's saying, like, he understands why Fury feels the way he does, and you can't blame him because it shouldn't take this long, blah, blah, blah. As I said, now he's backbiting. So it is what it is. I don't want to have to talk about this particular subject anymore. I hope the fight's off, honestly. That way he can move on, fight Manuel Charr, and continue to embarrass himself. And of course, you guys that roll with him is going to always make excuses for him because y'all love the son of his draws. But at the same time, you know, in boxing, we need for things to happen. Fighters just have a terrible night. Things go awfully wrong for them, where, you know, maybe it'll make them start to take shit more serious. So at the end of the day, that's who we are. Like I said, I'm not playing no audio, none of that shit. It is what it is. I'm really tired of talking about this shit. So I wanted to get as much out about this as possible. And then all of a sudden now he's saying they have it until the day. Then he says it's off. Nope. Now he's disappointed. Well, if you're disappointed, motherfucker, be disappointing yourself. Because you're the one who walked away from the fight. You're the one with this fucking rush. It should be signed already. Yeah, you're the A side. You stipulated that. But you didn't have to do it that way. But you chose to. And just because you chose to don't mean somebody got to leap because you say jump. Plain and simple. They're trying. Your team exposed you. They exposed themselves. It is what it is. Talk to me in the comment section. Never fall in love with lies. Remember, the truth brings hate out of people. And I will catch y'all on the next video.